Good morning, students. Last time we have studied nutrition. Okay, after food is taken, all the nutrients will be digested in simpler form, and that will be absorbed by the blood, and the nutrients are taken to the each and every cell through the blood, and inside the cell now what happens? Inside the cell now the what happens to the nutrients, especially carbohydrates. Smallest form of carbohydrate which enter into the cell is the glucose. Okay, now the smallest cell glucose, after glucose also enters, amino acids also enters, fatty acids also. First let us see what will happen to the glucose inside the cell. Sorry, the glucose will be oxidized. Glucose will be oxidized. What is the meaning of oxidized here? With the help of the oxygen, the complex organic compound breaks down into simpler substances. Okay, into simpler substances. Means here suppose glucose plus oxygen, with the help of the oxygen, and it will convert into, the glucose will convert into simple inorganic substances, carbon dioxide plus water. And what is the use of this oxidation of the food? After taking the food, what is the use of the food? The food has to convert into energy, and with that energy our body, different kinds of, all kinds of works, all kinds of functions will be taken with the help of energy. The energy is in the form of ATP, adenine triphosphate. Okay, the phosphate bonds starts breaking and releasing energy. That energy helps the body to do external as well as internal all the activities. Okay, that, so main important in the respiration is the oxidation of the food. If oxidation of the food takes place, then only the food will give energy, then only the body can do its functions. So now the question is where the oxidation will take place. Where the oxidation will take place. Suppose you know the cell, whether it is a prokaryotic cell, this is the prokaryotic cell, bacterial cell, and this is the double membrane one structure, and this is the eukaryotic cell, plant cell, animal cell, whatever it may be. Nucleus will be there, and no need of explaining now the cell structure. And here the main thing is mitochondria also will be there, Golgi apparatus and all the structures. So this will be cytoplasm. Here also this will be cytoplasm. So what the cytoplasm got now? Now the cytoplasm got glucose. Here glucose is there. Okay, this is cytoplasm. And this cytoplasm, this is also cytoplasm. This is prokaryotic cell, and this is eukaryotic cell. Okay, and here also glucose is there, C6H12O6 glucose. Okay, so this prokaryotic cell cytoplasm also glucose is there, eukaryotic cell cytoplasm is also there. Now the oxidation has to take place. So basically the oxidation takes place in the mitochondria, but breakdown of the glucose starts place in the cytoplasm. Okay, breakdown of the glucose starts place in the cytoplasm. If it is eukaryotic cell, the broken glucose, that is whatever form, whatever it may be, this will enter into mitochondria. But in the prokaryotic cell, the broken glucose, that is pyruvic acid, it will remain and it will take further also in the cytoplasm. So what I wanted to say here, respiration is there, we will see detailed respiration process and everything. So for the respiration, cell is needed, and in the cell cytoplasm, and if it is eukaryotic cell, mitochondria is there. In the mitochondria, oxygen will be there. Here oxidation takes place. Before the oxidation, whether it is prokaryotic or eukaryotic, the glucose will convert into pyruvic acid. How it converts, what is the form, I will explain afterwards. So the glucose will convert into pyruvic acid in the cytoplasm, in eukaryotic cell also, in the prokaryotic cell also. Now how it will takes place and where it takes place, how many kinds of respirations are there, that we will see. Okay, you must do that. Okay, now some explanation you have seen and remaining explanation. So for suppose whatever food materials we have taken during the process of nutrition that I had explained, and that will convert into energy, and carbon dioxide is released, and that carbon dioxide will be taken out from the body. Okay, so taking out carbon dioxide from the body, that is simply mechanical process. That mechanical process is called breathing. See, there are two steps. One is breathing, another is respiration. What is breathing? Just breathing is not a chemical reaction. It is a mechanical reaction through nostrils and windpipe and all to the lungs. Oxygen will be taken, and from the lungs, in the lungs exchange of gases will take place. So then during the exchange of the gases, oxygen will be taken inside the body, carbon dioxide from the cells and tissues comes to the lungs, it will be given out. Simple mechanical process is breathing. There is no chemical reactions in breathing. Whereas respiration means, as I told you, that is the oxidation of the food, means breaking. Respiration is the process breaking down of glucose to produce energy. Okay, then that energy will be used by the cells or whole body or tissues and systems for carrying out of the cellular functions. Okay, what are the difference between, this will be a 3 marks question, difference between breathing and respiration. What is the first point? Breathing involves the process of inhaling oxygen. Oxygen will be, actually directly oxygen we are not inhaling, we are taking the air, along with the air oxygen also there, and that will be taken, exchange in the lungs. In a oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. What is the meaning of exhaling carbon dioxide? Sending out carbon dioxide. So what is the first point? It means taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Okay, respiration, oxidation. And breathing takes place in lungs. Okay, breathing takes place in lungs. Now respiration takes place in the cells. As the introduction I told you, it takes place in the cells, cytoplasm and mitochondria. And third point, what is breathing is in a voluntary physical process. Voluntary means you don't know that it is going on. Okay, it will, respiration will, air will be inhaled. Voluntary means we are taking inside, breathe inside and give outside. Suppose our heart function is there, that is involuntary, you will not do anything in that. Okay, suppose movement of legs, that is voluntary. Involuntary, legs will not move. So breathing also, it involves taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. So here respiration is involuntary, means whatever chemical process in the cells are taking to release the energy, that you will not feel, but the process is there, that is involuntary. And here in the breathing, no energy is produced. Breathing is mechanical exchange only, no energy. But here oxidation of food takes place and energy ATP is formed. Okay, and this breathing outside the cell, the process is outside the cell. It is an extracellular process. That is why it is called extracellular process. Whereas respiration is inside the cell. Whether it is a prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell, it takes place inside the cell. And here no enzymes, just mechanical process, no enzymes are used. But here huge amount, a large number of enzymes are used in the respiration. And breathing takes place through respiratory organs. What are the organs? Lungs are the first, nostrils are there, and windpipe is there, trachea, tracheoles, and alveoli, lungs divide into alveoli, blood vessels, all these the parts are there. Okay, respiration takes place in cell organelles. What is the cell which are cell organelle? main part of the respiration where the oxygen is available, that is the mitochondria. So mitochondria is also called, you already know, if anybody can tell, okay. Mitochondria is called powerhouse of the body, powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria, because it releases and makes and helps to produce the energy and stores the energy. Okay, now another thing is respiration. How many kinds of respirations are there? How many kinds of respirations are there? There are two kinds of respirations. One is aerobic respiration, another is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, first of all, if you see here, the respiration divides. Chart I will give you, just this is to explain roughly. Respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. Okay, respiration may be aerobic or anaerobic. So aerobic respiration means respiration with the help of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration means without the help of oxygen. How many types of respirations are there? Respiration means oxidation of food breaking it and giving energy. With the help of oxygen also energy will be given, that is aerobic. And without the help of oxygen also the food will be broken and some energy will be given without the, so wherever without the help of oxygen, that is anaerobic. Okay, so aerobic respiration, if you see, occurs with the help of the oxygen. This equation you are familiar with this. What is this? Glucose, and in the presence of oxygen broken into carbon dioxide, water, and giving the energy, kilocalories, energy, ATP. Now this is just respiration is, if you know, respiration is just opposite to photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Making reaction. Photosynthesis is making reaction, means breaking reaction, making reaction. Catabolism, anabolism. Making reaction means that is the anabolism, photosynthesis, and catabolism means breaking reaction. What is breaking? What is making? Suppose respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis, indirectly if you see the definition of the photosynthesis, inorganic molecules, carbon dioxide plus water. Inorganic molecules combines in the presence of sunlight and with the help of chlorophyll converts into organic substance. Actually I am not giving fully, but just making this, you see afterwards. What is photosynthesis? Inorganic substances are converting into organic substance with the help of energy. And what is respiration? You just compare here both. Respiration means breaking of organic substance. Breaking of organic substance in the presence of oxygen, giving rise to simple inorganic substances and releases energy. So it is making anabolism and it is breaking catabolism. So this is breaking reaction opposite to photosynthesis. So respiration and photosynthesis are simply opposite. So this is aerobic respiration in the help of so this same glucose without the help of oxygen also breaks down. What is that? Is called anaerobic process. That is called the anaerobic respiration. So anaerobic respiration means incomplete breakdown of substrate in the absence of oxygen is termed as anaerobic. So in the anaerobic, see, first of all, whatever respiration, whether it is anaerobic or aerobic respiration, if you see, first of all, aerobic or anaerobic, whatever it may be, as I told you, cell will be there. This is bacterial cell, and this is eukaryotic. Eukaryotic plant or animal, whatever, this is animal cell. Okay, cytoplasm will be there. Here nucleus will be there, mitochondria. We will see the mitochondrial structure also. Cytoplasm, mainly I am talking about now cytoplasm. This is cytoplasm, as I explained here already. Cytoplasm. Okay, so here cytoplasm, what happens here? C6H12O6, C6H12O6, glucose. In both the places, this glucose, first the glucose will convert into this glucose is 6 carbon molecule, C6H12O6. This is 6 carbon compound. Carbon is 6 carbon. This is 6 carbon compound. It will convert into pyruvic acid. It will convert into pyruvic acid. This is 3C compound. This is 6C compound. 6C, this is 3C compound. Okay, so glucose is 6C compound and pyruvic acid is 3C compound. So one molecule of 6C compound is converting into 3C compound, means 2 molecules of 3C compound. 2 3s are 6. Okay, so here also what is happening in the cytoplasm? In the cytoplasm no oxygen is there. Without oxygen, the glucose is converting into pyruvic acid. This will convert into pyruvic acid and this will also convert into pyruvic acid. Okay, so this pyruvic acid is 3C compound. Glucose is 6C compound. From the 1,6C compound, how many pyruvic acids are coming? 2 pyruvic acids are coming. So what is this process is called? First I will show you this thing, then you can first difference between aerobic and anaerobic. See, this is suppose aerobic respiration and this is anaerobic respiration. Okay, so this anaerobic respiration takes place in prokaryotic. This will take place aerobic in the plant and animal eukaryotic cells. So first of all glucose, here also glucose, here also, both the places glucose. Anaerobic also, anaerobic respiration also called fermentation. Here also glucose is there, here also glucose is there. So both cells in the cytoplasm, bacterial cell, either animal or plant cell. So glucose, where is the glucose? It is in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the common place. So first part of the question is, where does the first part of the respiration takes place? In the cytoplasm. So don't think only mitochondria will take place. Mitochondria afterwards will come. So the first breakdown of the glucose in the cytoplasm takes place and that will convert into, as I told you, glucose is 6C compound. 6C compound, and this will divide into pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is 3C compound. Pyruvic acid is 3C compound. Okay, if you see, this is called aerobic, this is called anaerobic, means here oxygen is not needed here, but the case is, in both the cases aerobic or anaerobic, first division means first conversion of the glucose to pyruvic acid, both no need of oxygen. It takes place in the cytoplasm. Aerobic also first part no need of oxygen, and anaerobic also no need of oxygen. Okay, no need of oxygen, that is why it is called anaerobic. So aerobic first part also called anaerobic. Aerobic first part also called anaerobic. And anyway anaerobic first part is anaerobic only. So what is this reaction is called? Converting the glucose into pyruvic acid in eu and prokaryotic cell, which takes in the cytoplasm, that is called glycolysis. Okay, that is called glycolysis. Understand? So the first part of the aerobic and anaerobic is called glycolysis, which takes place in the cytoplasm and converts the glucose into pyruvic acid. Okay, the next part, what will happen in the aerobic reaction? The pyruvic acid enters into mitochondria, whereas anaerobic reaction, the pyruvic acid will remain in the cytoplasm only. Okay, in the mitochondria, I will explain in the next class mitochondria structure and how that will take place. In the mitochondria, the pyruvic acid will convert into carbon dioxide, water, ATP. This will be explained afterwards. Here in the fermentation or anaerobic, the pyruvic acid without oxygen converts into no mitochondria, no oxygen. It will convert into carbon dioxide, alcohol, ATP. So aerobic, you can say two steps. In aerobic, the first part is anaerobic, second part is aerobic. The second part of the aerobic is called Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle. This will continue like this only in the cytoplasm. So this detailed explanation in next class we will see.